Okay, now we will be learning about programs using serial port on a on-chip timers. So as per the syllabus, it's the 7th program. Coming to the program here, so you can observe here we are using tmode, tcon and some of the codes here. So let us see what each program will do, each code will do here. Here, if you observe here, the timer mode of operation we are using is timer 1 and mode 2. So in the previously we used 02 for timer 0. Here we will be using timer 1. So if it is in timer 1, it is 20. If it is in timer 0, it should be 02. Next, we are choosing SCON register. This is serial control registers. So serial control registers we are using 70. 70 means as per the control register, if you observe, the bit of 7th bit is equal to 1 and it will be running in it's nothing but it is in enabled mode to receive and transmit the data. So that is the functioning of your serial communication mode, that is SCON registers. Okay, next is THL1. This is for used for baud rate generation. This is used for baud rate generation. This is used for setting the serial control register. So the other one, you know that it is working in timer 1 mode of operation. So whenever we start with the baud rate is nothing but the time. So it is time bound. So I need to start the time. So if I am speaking about start the time means I am setting it TR1 is equal to 1. So start the timer to generate the baud rate. Okay, next, coming to the next line. So move or not comma 05. So this represents how much data I need to send, how many characters I need to send. Here we will take an example of RRIT. Okay, so it can be of anything. Here I am speaking about RRIT with the space. So totally 1, 2, 3, 4 and space. So totally 5 characters. So for that I am using 05. So you will come to know why we are using 05 in the later in the program while I am explaining about the memory interface here by using DPTR. I'll explain that. So try to understand that R0 is nothing but a counter. So it's a counter for an example sentence RRIT. I need to display this with space. So coming to the memory. So here I am using an external memory. DPTR I am going to use. External memory means I am speaking about the internal memory of your 8051, but still here we are using DPTR. DPTR means it can access to the external memory also. So here 8000 is the address where you are going to store the data. So data to be stored or data to be given in the runtime. Data to be given in the runtime or data to be inserted into a runtime. So next is, you can observe here, take the first data. So if I speak about RRIT, here it takes R first. It takes R first as a data. So that is the pointer. So DPTR is pointing to 8000. In 8000 my first data is R. So that is moved on to accumulator. Then I am going to call a function. What is this function? This is nothing but transmit function. Transmit function. So I need to transmit the data serially, right? So that is the function I'm going to write here. So this goes to the transfer function. So let us see first what happens in the transfer function. So in the transfer function, the data present in accumulator. So what is the data present in accumulator? A is equal to accumulator equal to, for the data right now it is R for the current operation. R I have passed on to here. From there it has transferred from to a function that is nothing but transmit function. So it comes here. Then from here the A contents are, that is moved on to serial buffer. Accumulator to serial buffer. Now the buffer has data. What data? You can see it is R. R is the data. Now next what happens? The data will start transmitting through the communication channel. That is nothing but serial port, it will start transmitting. So via serial port it will start transmitting. Via serial port it starts transmitting. So next is, after transmitting, what you have to do? Stop the timer. Stop the timer. Transmit interrupt. This is transmit the data via serial port. After transmission, Ti, transmit interrupt, will be equal to 1. So until it is transmission, it will be equal to 0. Try to understand this. Until you are transmitting the data, your Ti will be equal to 0. Say jump if it is not equal to bit. If it is not a bit, if Ti is not equal to 1, then wait here until the data is pushed on to the serial buffer. If the data is already pushed onto the buffer means, then stop the timer, stop the transmission. So now what I have to going to do here, clear the transmit interrupt flag, TA flag. So what it, if you are not clearing this means the next data cannot be sent via serial port. So this is very, very important to clear the TA flag. Now this is return back to the return where it was called. Now where it was called? It was called here. After that it will come here. Now it will increment DPTR. Increment the location. Which location here? It becomes, which is the address we are going to use here. It is nothing but 8000. So here 8000 H address is incremented by 1. That will be equal to 8001 is the next address. So what is 8001 address? Data R. 8002 I, 8003 T, 8004 space. So this is what the data is present in your memory. So this goes on continuing until your R naught becomes 0. So how many transmissions we are going to do here? Totally 5. So until the R naught becomes 0, it will continue the process of transmission. Okay, coming to here. Next, after transmitting each character, it has to go back. Where it is to go? It has to go back to the same. So here what I am doing, I am transmitting RRIT, RRIT, RRIT continuously. So that's what we are going to do. So it is infinite loop. To continue with the data transmission, infinite loop to continue with the data transmission from memory to PC. That's what we are going to do here. So let us see the output here. We are done with this. So let me debug this. Previous programs you have observed, previous videos also you have observed how to debug the programs. Now start debug. Next here we need to consider the memory. So let me take this memory window. So if you're not able to find the memory window like this, if you're not able to find this, here topmost you can see here. First thing is, it's a serial communication, right? You have to use UART. The second thing is you need a memory, right? Use memory. So both I'm having here. So next what you have to do, I'll tell you. So first thing is you need to say it's an external memory, so you have to use X. So 8000 H. So here I need to pass RRIT space. So double click this, capital letter R. The next is, it's a hexa value. R ASCII value is converted to hexa automatically. So next is again capital R. So capital R and small r values are different. You can observe here. I'm just giving an example here. See, capital R and small r are different. So it is R and this will be IT. I and this will be T, capital T. And here it's a space. Space is 20. These are ASCII to hexa conversions value. 52, 52, 49, 54, 20. So now if I run this, it should start transmitting the data in the UART continuously. So let us see. So this is how you will get the output. So you are getting the data from memory and you are putting onto the display on your screen. So here we are communicating through serial communication. This is how the program works. Now do remember, and if you want to change the values, you can change the values. So let us say if I want to change some other value, let me call it as ECE. Let me say ECE. ECE means 4. ECE and space. So I'll take 4. Okay. I will build this. Then go to start. In the memory, you have to say E, C, and E. The window, if you observe, EC. So if you want to display your name, yeah, you can do it. So let me take my name. 8 plus 1, it's 9. Okay. And and to and space. Okay, this is my name. So let me display this. You can observe it. If you want to increase the name, you can see here. NIRANJAN. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me have here a little bit of space. It's a let us take. R A N J A N and the space. So let us find this. So this is how you get it. So any data can be sent through serial communication. Okay. Okay. So hope you have understood the programs. Okay. All the best. Thank you.